What's up, everyone? Off the cuff reviews. Today we have a special new video. I'm coming at you with a microphone, so there should be better audio today. But we are going to be doing a video where I talk about my favorite songs from 2024. So let's get into it. This video is going to be a little bit different than all of your other videos that you've seen of people talking about their favorite songs from 2024. And the reason why it's going to be different is because I have different tastes than everyone else, okay? I promise. I have, like I said, different tastes than everyone else. And what I mean by that is the songs that you're going to see on this list, a lot of people don't have them on their lists. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I figured let's talk about some of my favorite music, stuff that I haven't even mentioned on this channel before that you guys probably don't even know I listen to. I think what I'm going to do in the editing phase, as long as there's no copyright issues, I'm going to try to share at least a few seconds of each song that I talk about in this video. So the first one I want to mention on this list, and these are in no particular order. I don't have like a top 10. I'm not going to rank them. I don't like ranking, but I just want to talk to you about a couple of my favorite songs. So the first one I want to mention is Bells of Life by Wicca Phase, Springs Eternal.
Serious say and prosperous play. Head back to the highlands and hope that I'll find.
Now, who the fuck else is talking about Wicca Phase Springs Eternal other than this channel right here, right? That's what I mean. That's the type of shit I wanted to talk about in this video. So Wicca Phase is a guy, he used to be in a band called Tiger's Jaw, and Tiger's Jaw is one of my all-time favorite bands. And he's not in the band. He hasn't been in the band for over a decade, but he does this other project called Wicca Phase Springs Eternal, and it's emo. It's emo hip hop type stuff, and the type of stuff that you would hear from Lil Peep. In fact, Lil Peep was in his group called Goth Boy Click. I know that all might sound a little cringy to you, but I never really gave Wicca Phase a chance, his side stuff, because I was never really into that kind of music until I started making it myself. And wow, he has really stepped up his game production wise. This song Bells of Life is so good. This whole EP that he made, it is one of my favorite releases of all year. It has everything that I would want and need from an album from something like this in 2024. It is just so good. So I implore everyone to go check it out. It is not as cringy as it might sound just based on my explanation here. I promise it's actually good. Bells of Life is a really good song as well. I just really enjoyed it. The next one on this list is from my favorite band of all time, and it's actually the song that Ashley has on her. I don't know if it's on her top songs of the year, but I know for a fact that she plays this all the time. It's in her regular playlist, and she doesn't even really listen to the Wonder Years, but this is from the Wonder Years, and it's called Year of the Vulture. This song came out of nowhere. This song goes so hard. This is one of the best Wonder Year songs that they've put out yet, and it's just a single they released. And I think they made this for a WWE thing. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not 100% sure. I think that's that song that they made it for one of the soundtracks for WWE. But it's so good. It's so hard hitting. It's a really, really, really good Wonder Years track. And if you're into that band, I think you would like it. The next one on this list is a song from a band that hasn't been a band for so long. They started touring again, or not touring, but they started doing shows again, last year at some point, maybe even a year before that. They would do a couple shows here and there, just surprise things. But they had no plans to do a full release, and they finally are back. They are back. And this song is called Long Gone by Super Heaven. So This is one of the best Super Heaven songs to come out, and they will also agree with you or agree with that. If you listen to their podcast, they have a whole podcast, by the way, called Quit Your Band While You Still Can. I know, whatever, crazy name, but they're so funny. And I've been following Super Heaven for years, for a decade almost, and they are just so good. If you like grunge, if you like the grunge sound and mixed in with like a little bit of like hard rock sound, this is for you. Like maybe like a little bit of like stoner rock mixed with like grunge, this is for you. And they just know how to write a hook, man. Like Taylor just knows how to write a motherfucking hook. They are just such good songwriters. They're really good musicians. They are cool guys. And this is just a band that I want to put on people's radar if you don't know it yet. If you're on this channel and you don't know Super Heaven, go check them out. If you're into like the grunge era, their older music is like more like 90s inspired than this new song. But this new song is a return to form. It is so good. It's some of the best music that they have released out, like of all time that they've released yet. And it's all part of a new album that they have coming out this year, they said. So I'm so excited for that. And yeah, it is just so fucking good. Go check it out. Super Heaven, and the song is called Long Gone. Now, this next one I wanted to put on people's radar. It's a little bit of a slower song. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot of it. It's acoustic and it's slow. But it's a song called Time by Benjamin Stewart.
Nice to stay behind, just think of me. And I'll think of you.
This is a song that like you probably don't even think that I would listen to. Now, when I was like in high school, I listened to a lot of like acoustic music. I don't know why. I just had acoustic phase. I think it was just because I was playing a lot of acoustic music, and I really liked stuff like acoustic stuff, like emo acoustic stuff like Dashboard Confessional and like just all those like all those kinds of bands, I should say. That's what I was like really into, on top of like metal and rock and whatever else. That is like what I was really into. And so fast forward to 2024, and there's a band called Slowly Slowly. Now, I found Slowly Slowly. They're actually a band from Australia, okay? I found them because okay, this is going to be insane, but there used to be a community online. It doesn't exist anymore. It used to be called Kingdom Leaks, and it was a place where they would actually leak music, or they would post music where you could just download it for free. Piracy, basically. But the thing is they had a really, really big community of all different genres of music, and people would submit music to them. So they would just submit a song, or they would submit an album. That's how I found Slowly Slowly, and then I fell in love with them. They're like pop punk, like Dashboard Confessional type shit, but like a little bit more pop punky, and like they kind of like vary their sound a little bit, but they know how to write a fucking hook. Benjamin Stewart is a fucking musical genius, by the way. And so he released his own side project album under his own name. And this song Time by him is just so good. It is a really great written song. Like the lyrics of this song are they just hit you so hard, and it's just so good. He really knows how to like capture emotion in his music, and that is one artist that I want to put on your radar as well. And even if you don't like Benjamin Stewart's like side music, maybe it's a little bit too acoustic-y, too slow for you. If you like more like pop punk or like pop rock type stuff, go check out his other band, Slowly Slowly. It is so good, like seriously. And like I said, it sucks because there was this community called Kingdom Leaks, and that's how I found them. And now I listen to their music on Spotify and wherever else. But I wouldn't have found this band if I didn't know, if I wasn't like in this community checking for songs all the time. And now this community doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, it just kind of sucks. But I wanted to put that on your radar as well, because that song is just so good. This next song and this next group I want to talk about is a new band. It's a whole new band. I think they might have had like some demo releases out there under a different name, but they just came out with their debut album this past year, and let me tell you, it is a motherfucking banger. This song that I wanted to put on your radar is called An Elegy Written on Porcelain Arms by The Requiem. Now, if you are into My Chemical Romance, if you are into Pierce the Veil, if you are into I Am Ghost or Aiden or any of those old, or Alisana, if you're into any of those old like emo rock metalcore mixed with like metalcore stuff, like like punk, emo, metalcore, like all mixed together, if you're into that type of shit, you will be into The Requiem. They are so good. They have songs that do sound like exactly like My Chemical Romance out of 2005. If you're into like 2005 My Chemical Romance, you will like this band. This band has everything. But they're like young kids. They literally are like young kids, and they're just popped onto the scene. But this album that they produced was just so good. It really touched on that nostalgia factor that I was hoping and waiting for. I didn't think it was going to be good, but this is a band that not a lot of people talk about, so I wanted to put it on people's radar. Let's get into another like emo rap hip hop type shit star. This guy's name is Ghost Mountain. He came back, and he came back with a new song called Apollon.
The muses on the mountain, by the stream they descend with the night. Yeah.
This song Apollon is just so good. The production on it is actually flawless. It's so fire. And it is like, if you guys are into like a Little Peep type sound or like a Nothing Nowhere, spoiler, if you're into like a Nothing Nowhere sound, you will like Ghost Mountain. Now Ghost Mountain has a really murky history, and when I say murky, I mean like it's hard to like find info about these guys, but he's in a little bit of a group called Haunted Mound, and they with this guy named Cemetery, who is like a viral guy. He's viral. So if you know who Cemetery is, you probably know who Ghost Mountain is. But they had a falling out a couple years ago. They finally came back to produce this song, and it's just so good. Apollon is a really good song, and it's actually like, it's not like the stupid like goth girl, like let's go fuck goth girls in the club type song. This is like a song that's like actually has like a meaning and a story behind it, and I actually like, that's why I actually really like it. And like the hooks and the melodies are actually really good. This is like just like a really good produced song for this genre, and I feel like everyone should check it out if you're into that. This next song that I'm going to be telling you guys about is a song that I've been playing so much. I love this band. I'm obsessed with this band that I'm about to mention to you guys. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would know how like obsessed I am with them. This band is called Scowl, and this song is called Special because it's like their newest song that they put out. It's really good. But the thing is like, I think you guys should go check out every song from Scowl because they are so fucking good. This band is a band that's going to blow up this fucking year. So check them out. I'm putting them on your radar. If you guys are into like hardcore, but like with like punk elements, and also like they're kind of like, they kind of like have like singing elements now, like not just screaming, and they kind of have like a mixture of like hardcore punk shit that you hear from like, I don't know, Terror or like whatever the fuck, like shit you like two-step to, but at the same time they have shit that you would listen to from like Bikini Kill or something, like a band like that, like just like a Riot. They have like a Riot Girl sound with hardcore punk, and that's what I fucking love about this band. This band is so fucking good. Like you need to listen to them. They are really fucking talented, and I'm telling you, they're probably gonna take over this year, but they're just so good. I love this song. The chorus on it is just fucking fire. I love Scowl. I think everyone should go check them out. They really are like super talented, super nice. They know like this is the band that I think people should like look out for. So another band I wanted to mention real quick was a band that I've loved for a long time now, for over a decade, and they put out their probably like their most like contentious release. And when I say contentious, I mean like this release is like nothing they've really ever done before, and they literally put out a statement saying like it's a release that like you have to have patience for. It's a release that's not going to be for everybody, but it's theirs, and it's their first release that they did independently, And I really respect that for them because they are just they're really talented. And in case you guys like didn't know about them, I also wanted to put them on your radar. This band is called Foxing, and they're like an indie. I don't even know what to describe them as because they kind of change their sound a lot, but they're like an indie rock, like post-punk a little bit, pop-punk a little bit, like mixture of all different kinds of genres. But they have like a couple of really fantastic albums that are like some of my favorite albums of all time. And they released this song that I'm mentioning now called Hell 99 this year. And it's like this fiery punk rock in your face screamo song. Like they're screaming in it. It's just like balls to the wall insanity from the very second it begins. And it's just so good. And that's something that they've never really done before, but I really appreciate it because it's like showing a whole different side of them. This band literally did a fucking TED Talk. This band literally was on NPR's Tiny Desk. Like, they're so fucking good, guys. So go check them out. Now, this next song and this next group I want to mention, they're having the year of their fucking lives. This band is actually probably going to be up for a Grammy if they're not, like, I don't know if they're just like up for consideration for a Grammy or if they actually are nominated. But it's fucking insane. This band is called Don't Reach For Me. Or no, this band is called Knocked Loose, and this song is called Don't Reach For Me. Don't reach for me! This song just goes absolutely so hard, man. It is another hardcore song from Knocked Loose, who are known for their hardcore sound, but like they are just on top of their fucking game this year. I mean, they released a song with Poppy and it's so fucking catchy and good and just like, oh my God, they literally performed on what, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or something. They are taking over this space. I don't know how, I don't know why people like, the thing is like, I see a lot of hate about them, but like they're getting a lot of listens. So there must be a lot of people that like them. So go check out Knocked Loose if you're into that heavy deathcore sound. This song is called Don't Reach For Me, and it really is fucking fire, and it'll punch you in the face. This last song I wanted to mention on this list is a song that I just actually did a reaction to, even though I'd already heard it. I did a reaction to their music video finally. But this song is called 6 Feet Deep by The Warning. Now, if you guys have been following me at all, you know how much I love The Warning. The Warning are just so fantastic and talented. And it's not, I'm not even like saying that from like, I'm saying that from like a musician's perspective. And they have something about them where their songwriting, it just reminds me of like early 2000s rock. That like shit that like you don't really hear anymore. Like this is a band that is just so good. They mix like so many cool things. Like they're able to like they have like crazy vocals, and they have 3 members of this group and they're sisters, and they have an amazing bass player. Like Ali is just so good. The bass punches through like every one of their songs, and it's just so in your face. And this song specifically has like a really nice bass tone to it. The tone of the actual song is so good. And Danny's vocals on the song are so crazy good. And the fills from Paulina are just mind-blowing. This is a really good song if you guys want to get pumped up. If you guys like that, like just like maybe like early 2000s vibe for rock that's just like popular, like this is the kind of stuff that you guys have been missing and want. Go check them out. Just don't sleep on them. Like I know that I was sleeping on them for so long until recently, and I actually really enjoy them, and they're pretty much like a part of my like everyday rotation of songs that I listen to. Now, before I let you go, I just wanted to end this video with a couple of honorable mentions. And the reason why I'm doing an honorable mention is because some of these I couldn't really like pick any like specific song, or there's a couple of different reasons. Well, the first one for my honorable mention, and I'm not gonna like play any real songs for you for these, but the first one I wanted to mention was Killer Mike. And Killer Mike, the reason why I have him in honorable mentions is because he actually released his album not last year, not in 2024, but in 2023. But he just won the award for Best Album of the Year at the 2024 Grammys. And when he dropped the song Down by Law, I literally commented on the music video and I said, he's winning the fucking award for the best Grammy of the year. Like, he's winning it. He's winning it. And he won. I'm sorry. Like, I heard that song and I said, this is it. This is the one. This is the song that everyone's been waiting for. It's so good. Go listen to Killer Mike if you don't listen to him yet. He's so fucking good. He's really talented. The next person I want to put on your radar is another person who does like some emo, like it's really emo. Most of the songs are just emo, but he does like emo hip hop, emo rap type stuff. Kind of like what I mentioned with Ghost Mountain. And I did mention him when I was talking about Ghost Mountain. This is going to be Nothing Nowhere. There's no specific song. I'm only mentioning it because he put out like 4 fucking albums this year alone. I'm pretty sure he was 4 albums. If it's not, it's like 3. He literally dropped like 3 or 4 full albums this year. He said, I'm going to put out these albums, and bam, there was albums. Full albums. So good. All different types of songs, like just really good tracks. Like he is a really good musician. He does all this stuff himself. Just so fucking talented. This is the guy that I've been listening to for a while, and he's just like, he seems like a really cool, like humble guy, and yeah, I don't know, he's like really inspiring to me as like a musician, and I feel like you guys should go check him out if you haven't yet. And the last person I wanted to put on your radar is actually a guy who does make music, but I'm not putting him on your radar because he makes music. I want to talk about Crust Punk. So Crust Punk is a guy here on YouTube. He's a YouTuber, but he also does make music. He makes like ambient, like dissonant, I don't even know what to call it, just sounds, and they're pretty cool. I like it. I like his vibe. I like the vibe he brings. But the reason why I wanted to put him on your radar is because he talks about bands that you have never heard of before. He talks about musicians that you've never heard of, and I think that I just wanted to give him a shout out because, like, he put out his like best slept on albums or something of 2024, and literally, no joke, every single one of them besides Knocked Loose I never heard of. So there you go. So that's what I'm saying. Like, every single one was an artist that I've never heard of. So that's what I mean. Go check him out. Go check out his channel. He has a lot of music on there that you guys can check out. Like, a lot of picks that you would, like, maybe you might pass on if you just saw it. But if you're into like heavy music, like deathcore, death metal, like ambient shit, if you're into like really hardcore type shit, go check out Crust Punk. And on top of that, he's just like a really cool guy, really cool kid. He has like a lot of good content. And I think you guys should go check it out. He's like one of the OG guys in the scene. And when I say OG, I mean like he's like a real like guy of this scene. Like, he's not like a Finn McKenty type guy who's just like all bullshit, all filler, no killer. This guy's like, he's the real deal. He knows what he's talking about. And yeah, I just wanted to put him on your radar. Because I watch his shit all the time. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. That was my favorite songs of 2024. I was gonna say best songs, but I mean that's like subjective. So I wanted to just say these are my favorite songs of 2024 and put some new music on your radar. That's some stuff that's like a little bit more easily accessible. Because I mentioned Crust Punk, and like some of his picks are not really as accessible as other, like the music I put on this list. For most audiences. Like, if you're into like heavy shit, that's what I'm talking about. Go check out him. But if you like, I just hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope you got like a lot of picks and a lot of things to listen to now, and go down rabbit holes of each band that I just told you about. Go check out bands that are related to them in some way or like similar to them, because they're all amazing. And yeah, I will see you guys on the flip side. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate everything.
They call me a god.